Alrighty then. Let's talk about spiders. I hate spiders. Hate them. I have arachnophobia, I suppose you could call it. My arachnophobia is not as strong as some people's. Some people, like, they really freak out, like they start crying, having hissy fits when they see even like this smallest spider across the other side of the room. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. I just hate spiders. When I was a kid, it was worse. Like, if I used to see a small spider, it used to freak me out, but now I'm a bit older. You know, I've probably had a few spider experiences that have maybe desensitized my fear of them a little bit, but like the big ones, I'm still shit scared of the big ones. So this is my favourite corner. Oh, I felt like I was going to slide out then. I don't even think I was that low, but my foot hit the ground and then, I don't know, I freaked out. I freaked out! Yeah, so now that I'm older, the small spiders don't scare me as much, but the big ones do. So anyway, what happened is, when I get to work, right, I put my helmet and my jacket and all that into someone's car there. I park next to them most of the time and I just throw my shit in their car, and then that way when I finish work I can just go down, grab it out of their car, and then I can just leave, you know. I don't really have the desk space in my office to sort of put a helmet and jacket and shit. So what happened is we have all these hedges out the front of my work, and one day last week we like trimmed all the hedges. I didn't, but we had people come in and trim the hedges down. And this person's car that I put my gear into, their windows were down. So what I figure is that there was this big ass motherfucking huntsman. If you don't know what a huntsman is, Google it. Just Google huntsman spider. And there was a big huntsman living in these, you know, sort of shrubbery. And when they cut it right down, it must have disturbed it, right? So the spider's like freaked out, ran off and seen this car with the windows down and gone, hey, this is a great spot, right? So remember, this is all just what I assume. So I'm assuming it's freaked out, climbed up the car, in the window, and into my jacket, right? It climbed into my jacket, so then when I finished work and I went down there, little did I know there was a big ass huntsman waiting for me in my jacket. Anyway, I went to the car, I opened the door, grabbed my helmet, grabbed my jacket. I'm holding my jacket in my hand, I'm walking over to my bike, and then I start my bike. I put my jacket on, right? So I like, you know when you put your arm through and then your other arm through, and then you kind of like throw your jacket, like it's like your arms are in but it's still hanging off your back a bit, and you sort of shrug your shoulders to get your jacket to pop on. I shrug my shoulders, my jacket pops on, I look down to zip my jacket up, and I kid you not, this big ass huntsman is climbing, right? He's on the outside, I can't really show you, but he's on the outside of my jacket, and he is climbing up like at the speed of light. Remember, when you have a fear of spiders, things are always worse. He was probably just walking up, but to me, he was running. He was running up my jacket towards my face, most likely to try to eat me. And I had to think quick. I'm like, you know how you can think like a million thoughts in like half a second? All these thoughts went through my head. I'm like, this spider's gonna fucking kill me. This spider is on full attack mode. It's coming for my jugular vein. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh God. And then, quick thinking that I am, I grabbed, right, because I hadn't zipped my jacket up, it was still like the two parts of my jacket that meet were still loose. So I grabbed both parts. And I frantically just start shaking my jacket. And eventually, I'll see. well, I can't really show you, but I'm shaking my jackets frantically, and then it flew off, right? It like flew like 10 meters through the air across the car park, and when it landed, it just like landed and then like took off. Well, hang on. It landed and then it just like took off across the car park. Oh man, it was as big as a dog, I tell you, it was huge. But the funny thing was, there was all these other people in the car park, you know, like going to work, leaving work, sorry, going to their cars to leave work, and they'd seen me in this like frantic fit. They're like, but they couldn't see the spider until after I flung it. I don't know. Maybe you had to be there. Maybe it wasn't that funny. But oh man, it got my adrenaline racing for a few seconds there. And ever since then, I've been a little, like I'm alright now, but like a few days after that, when I'd go to put my jacket on, I'd check my jacket for spiders. You know when that happens, you see a spider somewhere or a snake or something that like scares you, and then when you go through that same process the next time, you're very weary, you know, you're very cautious. So yeah, I'd pick up my jacket and I'd shake it and I'd look at it before I'd put it on. So anyway, that's a pretty boring story. I just think I took 10 minutes to tell it to make it sound more exciting.